What's up guys, Blackwar and welcome back to another video, and today we're back for another facecam kind of video as we will take a look at the predictions I had done for last season's Premier League. I realize it's been quite a while now that the season has ended, but I'd forgotten I had done said video and I figured it'd be nice to reminisce and see what I had said and the amount of mistakes I had made last year. So without further ado, we're going to jump in on the video I had made, I think, in like more than a year ago actually now, and see what I had done. Alright, first big mistake. In 20th place, I had Sheffield. I mean, I'm guessing a lot of them had them relegated, let's be honest. First season in the Premier League in like a long time. Not really a big squad depth, but it's fair to say until COVID, they were doing extremely well, and they still did extremely well, obviously finishing in 10th position, actually, no, 9th position, yeah, in 9th position in the Premier League. Congratulations to Sheffield, right? I was 11 places off, so we move. In second relegated, I had Brighton, who finished 15th. They had some good results. Neil Mopey really did well for them, and I mean, I'm surprised by my bottom three. I won't lie. Now that I see what I did, what I said, I'm quite surprised because I didn't expect that at all. But yeah, Brighton, I had them 19th. They ended up 15th. I'm 4 places off. I think again, it was similar to like a lot of teams that people have in the bottom three. Like they're always going to be contenders for going down, but the teams that went down this year weren't necessarily the teams I expected to go down, if I'm going to be honest, except maybe one, which I'm surprised I didn't put in my bottom three. But then in 18th position, we have Newcastle. Newcastle, the likes of Alan Saint-Maximin, really helping them. Joe Linton, biggest signing, biggest flop. I mean, that's quite sad for him. Obviously, the takeover negotiations that didn't go through for the Magpies. Yeah, I don't know why I'm in 18th place. I must have been on some very strong alcohol this day. I can't explain it. Sheffield and Brighton, I can. Newcastle, I can't. And I'm 5 places off for Newcastle as well. So yeah, big L. My relegation zone, really not the best. Coming up from 17th to 12th place, we have in 17th place Norwich City, led by Timu Pukki, who had a huge start of the season, but from that point onwards, really went down. The striker from the Canaries, and just like the team, they kind of synced. Emi Buendia, who had a great year in the Championship, big prospect in the Prem. I think it's only 1 goal, and it was against Watford at like the 36th match day or something. So yeah, Norwich, bottom last of the Premier League, really far, like 14th points away from the first non-relegated team in Villa. Yeah, I think I trusted them a bit more. Obviously, they're the team that are often doing the yo-yo between Premier League and Championship. They are part of the best of the top 24, which is the 20 teams in the Premier League and the top 4 on the Championship, or in the Championship. But yeah, disappointed from Norwich. Again, 3 places off as we now head to P16 in Southampton. Southampton with a very strong start end of the season. Danny Ings really coming in clutch for the Saints. Him and Che Adams, really doing the business. The likes of James Ward-Prowse, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who just left Southampton as I was speaking, really managed to save the club, because I don't think the start of the season was any good for the Saints of Ralph Hasenhüttl. But some good performances. I think a win against Arsenal, like a 2-1 dub against Arsenal, I think. But yeah, good season from the Saints. I had them in 16th. They finished in 11th place. I'm once again 5 places off. Really not accurate as we head to Crystal Palace in P15. My best result yet. I was only 1 position off, so we move. But Palace with Luka Milivojevic, with Wilfried Zaha once again managing to keep their place up. just maintaining themselves in the Premier League. Benteke is scoring, which is not something I expected to see. Jordan Ayew with a huge goal at one point in the season, and good goalkeepers in Vicente Gaeta. Like, no, overall, it's a strong season for Palace. They'll be happy with it. I had them in 14th place, so only one place is off for I don't know the name of their I don't know the nickname. What was the nickname? Well, for Palace, innit? 14th position, I had Aston Villa. Really confident as well with that. Wow. Villa obviously finishing in 17th position because of that draw against West Ham in the final game of the season. Yeah, the villains, led by Jack Grealish. I think I expected a bit more from some of the players, like El Ghazi or Samata or what's his name? Wesley. Really didn't do it, but Jack Grealish was enough to keep them in the top flight of British football, and the villains will carry on in the Premier League for one more year as we now move to P13. Also, 3 places of for Villa. P13, which is Burnley. Burnley that finished in 10th position. I expected them to have a slight decrease in performance since their year where they reached European football. They went far off again this year. They weren't far off, but yeah, Burnley just, I don't know. It's the typical Premier League team, like pure Brexit kind of football, shithousing your way through like the 90 minutes. You defend, and then you've got one good counter attack, and somehow you finish in 13th place because Chris Wood is a tall fucker. Dwight McNeil as well with a very good season. Again, Nick Pope should just absolute legend, should be the British goalkeeper at this point, or the goalkeeper of Britain, because he's just too good. And yeah, Burnley has done enough. Again, 3 places off for the Clarets as we now head to Watford in 12th place. Another one of my big mistakes, because Watford obviously are relegated back to the Championship. Here we go for the Hornets, despite their memorable win against Liverpool, the 3-0 dub with Ismail Assar doing absolute madnesses that day. Sure, you can beat Liverpool, you can stop someone's invincible streak, but you go down either way. So big L for Watford. Definitely not a team I'd seen going down. I didn't see the Hornets going down, but hopefully we could have a playoff fire next year with Watford. I mean, I'm afraid that Fiore and Hogg don't play anymore for the Hornets, but what on earth would I give to see another one of these finishes? The drama, the sheer drama. It's Forestieri with Hogg and Dini. Do that with 2 new players. I don't know, is Sarr for Roberto Pereira and then Dini. And I'll be happy to see Watford back in the Premier League next season. But for now, it is Championship football for the Hornets, and I was 7 positions off. Maintaining my streak of being completely off, Bournemouth, which are 11th, finished 18th, once again 7 positions off, for a team that got decimated due to injuries. Callum Wilson, Nathan Ake, David Brooks nearly injured for the entire season. Ryan Fraser, like just not lucky this year, and sadly the Cherries just didn't have enough. They just didn't have enough. They came close, with that final win in Everton, or at Everton. They could have put them back on the map. They could have been saved if it hadn't been for Jack Grealish and Aston Villa getting that 1 point at the 85th minute against West Ham. Sadly, Bournemouth is going down, and I feel like Bournemouth is going to struggle to get promoted again. I'd love to see them back in the Prem next year, but I don't know. I feel like it's a team, because they're a small team, small club in a way. They're going to struggle because they rely a lot on like TV rights and shit. And I'm scared that the switch to Championship football is going to be quite tough on them. Following up, we've got West Ham, which are 10th, finished in 16th. Every year I'm confident with West Ham. Every year I enter the season and I'm like, all right, West Ham are going to do well. They signed Felipe Anderson, they signed Sebastian Haller, they still have Declan Rice, they've got a very strong team, but no, it never fucking works. The team doesn't gel together, they can't play football, and I mean, I'm just all the time baffled by this team. I don't get it. I don't understand how they can be this promising on paper and this shit in like football. Michail Antonio saved their asses in that final in that restart period, because Michail Antonio was just a beast, like just matters, just too good, too good. West Ham finished 16th, had him in 10th. That's 6 positions off. 10th place, no, 9th place. Sorry, I had Everton, the Toffees. Yeah, a disappointing year for them. Liverpool is historic rivals from the Merseyside derby, but they had promising players. I think they sacked their coach early on into the season, or was that last year? No, they got Ancelotti this year, so it's this year. Um, Good players: Luca Digne, Andre Gomez, Moise Kean, Richarlison. Without him, Everton would be a very, very worse position, because at them 9th, they finished in 12th position, I believe. So quite, I mean, they were safe. Let's be real, they were safe, but they really relied on Richarlison. Calvert-Lewin, sometimes being good, but yeah, disappointing year for Everton. I had them like as a strong European contender, and turns out I was wrong. I was wrong. 8th place, Leicester City. Leicester, without the restart, was the second best team in England. After the restart, they were literally relegable. They were like in a relegated form. So yeah, Brendan Rodgers choking like he did with Liverpool a few years ago. It's a shame. It's a shame. I would have loved to see Leicester back in European football, or back in the Champions League. Leicester, who finished in 5th position this year, but they'll be disappointed with the end of the season. Jamie Vardy, very good as always. Chalar Yunsu, very strong at the back. Wilfred Ndidi, best tackler, I think, or best interceptions in the league, or just very, very strong team. Some good players up front as well, the likes of Harvey Barnes, making their way through into the side. Demarai Gray here and there having some moments of genius. Kelechi Iheanacho bouncing back after his spell at City. I mean, on paper, right, at the start of the season, if you told Leicester they'd be 5th, they would have taken it. If you told them they'd be 5th when the season restarted, they probably would have been quite sad about it. But once again, I'm 3 places off for the Foxes. And we have the first correct result in 7th position, Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Wolves getting 7th place, tied with Tottenham. Yeah, good season for them. Let's not forget that 2 years ago they won the championship. The team led by Raúl Jiménez, Diogo Jota, Ruben Neves, Joe Moutinho, just doing bits this season, and will be I was going to say we'll be seeing more of the Wolves this year, but no, they just got knocked out by Sevilla in the Europa League. I don't think they've got a European competition for next season, because Arsenal won the FA Cup. So I think the Wolves next year will just focus on the league. Will it be enough for them to achieve top 6? I don't know, but it's my first correct result. And in 6th position, I had United, which they would have stayed there had it not been for Bruno Fernandes. I mean, they were shit without him. And now that he's there, they're like too good. Fucking penalty merchant. Nah, but on the real though, United 6th place. They finished in 3rd. They were 6th for quite a while, but again, restart form made them become absolute beasts. Congratulations to United. Congratulations to the Red Devils and to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They'll be once again fighting in the UCL. So big up the Red Devils. Also, having the likes of Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford, and Anthony Martial really helped them, because offensively, apart from these 3, there's not much. Daniel James is meh. The defense, I'm quite surprised, but the defense was quite good. However, De Gea, in the words of Claude from AFTV, it's time to go. You're done. You're finished. In 5th position for his first year in charge at Chelsea, I had I had Chelsea. That makes sense. I panicked. I said dead. But in Frank Lampard's first year with Chelsea, I had the Blues in 5th position. Really underestimating the strength of someone like Christian Pulisic, obviously having no transfer window at the start of the year. And for Frank's first year, I didn't expect Chelsea to be fighting for the top positions, but they kind of surprised me. I had them in 5th place. They finished in 4th. It's a very good year, and I'm very, very scared for the remainder of this transfer window because they've already got Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner. They missed out on Jadon Sancho, but they could still get Kai Havertz, and I'm really, really not looking forward to this. Like, genuinely not, because that's going to be a disgusting team for next year. 4th position, I had Arsenal, as per usual. I had Arsenal in 4th. Nope, they disappointed, as per usual. And they finished in 8th position this year. Sad season, obviously. They do have the win of the FA Cup, which is a plus. Or just something to save their year, because Mikel Arteta's side has not been good at all. They started with Unai Emery, who had to say good evening at one point in the season. But yeah, I don't know what Arsenal wants to do. I don't know where they're going. But right now, it's heading for the wall. And that's never good. 3rd place, we had some of their historic rivals in Tottenham, the Spurs, obviously, coming in this season as runner-up of the Champions League, losing the likes of Christian Eriksen and Mauricio Pochettino, which was quite tough, I believe, for them, signing the likes of Tanguy Ndombele. But that was about it, and disappointing year from Tottenham. Obviously, they're going to maintain European football, clinching the European position in the Europa League at the last second in the 30th game day against Palace. But yeah, the Spurs, disappointing year once again, 3 positions off. But yeah, I think they're gonna be. I mean, I'd be sad if I was Tottenham. You go ahead, you win the Audi Cup, and suddenly you think you're a baller, but no. Turns out the Audi Cup isn't really a real trophy by the looks of it. And coming on to our top 2, for those who've watched the video, you know who I had in 1st and 2nd. But in 2nd place, I had Manchester City, and in 1st, I had Liverpool, and it is another correct prediction from the boy. Gets in there. But yeah, Liverpool, I had them 1st. Turns out, they did well. Won the league, 99 points, choked after the restart, but we move. City in 2nd. They couldn't fully say that they choked their year. Really bad season, 9 defeats. I think that's like the biggest amount of defeats in a Guardiola's side since he started coaching with Barcelona, and that's saying a lot. But yeah, City in 2nd, disappointed with their year. It wasn't good. Dropping points here and there. Then sure, you smashed Watford 8-0 or 7-0, but yeah, they're still in the European competition. That's a saving grace for them, but they're gonna get knocked out in the quarters by us. I mean, to be fair, if there's one team we could knock out, it's City. Obviously, you lot are gonna clip that, and we'll lose 17-0. You're gonna send me this on Twitter, but we move. And in 1st place, I had Liverpool, winning the Champions League the year before that, coming into this season as runner-ups of the Premier League, and they didn't disappoint. They delivered. For the first time in 30 years, Liverpool won the Premier League. And yeah, overall, my predictions were absolutely trash. I'm going to make some quick maths. I'll be with you in 2 minutes, and we'll see how many places I was off this year. And we're back. We've added all the positions that I was off from this year. I did the exact same with last year's predictions. It's safe to say, I wasn't great. I wasn't the best. For some sort of base or for some benchmark, the year 2018 to 2019, I was 48 places off on aggregate, okay? Whether that is add well, plus positions or minus, right? 48, that's an average of 2.4. It's not bad. Well, I've seen worse. This year, ouch. It's la dégringolada, as we say in France. I was 72 places. Yeah, 72 places off. But I mean, Sheffield, right? It's my bottom three. Sheffield, I was 11 places off. Watford, 7. And Bournemouth, 7. Like, come on. What am I meant to do here? Disgraceful. But yeah, 72 places off. We'll see how I am next year. I will do a Premier League predictions as per usual for next season when it'll start. I might do a Ligue 1 one as well, if some of you want it. If any of you wants like a league prediction, just let me know. And if it's a league I follow, then yeah, I think I can do it. But that, nevertheless, is going to wrap up this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, then please do a like down below. If you're new around here, then do consider subscribing on the red button below the video. It says subscribe on it. You click and it'll subscribe automatically. You can click on the bell to get notified of whenever I upload. In the description as well, you will find my social medias, and my Twitter, my Instagram, my Discord, and my Twitch. I've been really active on Twitch over the past few weeks. But, I mean, I keep saying I'll come back. I haven't done so yet, but one day. Don't worry, one day. But yeah, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. Instagram is popping. And, yeah, I think that's it. As I said, I hope you've enjoyed the video. And I shall catch you in the very near future, but my name has been Blackwar. It has been an absolute pleasure talking to you today, guys, and goodbye.
Pull up in the gold, I'm leading. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with a bat. Snapping with a phone and die. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in the drip and sip blockbuster.